All right, you guys, Path, Purpose, Mission, episode 5. Today we're going to talk about the fact that you do not choose your path. You do not choose your craft. It is the craft and the path that chooses you. It is the craft and the path that finds you when the time is right. And it's a very important thing to understand, especially for those of you who are truly in a journey of spirituality, who have been through awakening. You do feel that there's something out there for you that you're meant to do. And we're usually, I always say this to you guys, there's a moment in time, in divine timing, when we are ready, and your craft that oftentimes is that ancestral craft, is that craft that you've been familiar with from past lifetimes, right? It calls you. You carry the wisdom within to do that specific thing. So let's say you're a tarot reader like myself, or let's say you're a shamanic healer. Let's say you're a womb priestess, right? If this is truly your craft, at one point you will feel it. It will pull you in. It will show itself to you, because all the wisdom that you need to use this craft is within you, is within your soul, is within your womb, right? You won't need any courses, and of course I always say this to you guys, it's also exciting and interesting to go on trainings and courses, and we all do that, and sometimes we need that to trigger that knowledge within. But the true knowledge is the knowledge of your soul. True spiritual teachers, what we know, it comes from downloads. And that's why I always say to you guys that it's so important to understand your true craft and your true mission, your true tool, whatever is it that you're going to be doing, because that specific area of expertise, and it ties into what we said yesterday, you cannot be jack of all trades. You cannot know it all, because once you know your mission, you will receive downloads on that specific thing. And other spiritual teachers, they might be amazing spiritual teachers, but they might not be tied to the same craft, so they might not have that knowledge. This is why I always say to you guys to be careful when it comes to you developing your craft and listening to other people. Because, for example, part of my mission is to lead people into divine union. So either a divine journey, twin flame journey, or through a higher soulmate journey, alignment journey. So I receive downloads of information about that specific topic. I have talents, tools, things that are activated within me to help you guys with that. But I don't do, for example, past life regression. So I'm not a womb priestess. So I don't have knowledge about these things, right? So no matter what kind of courses and schools and journeys of knowledge I'm going to embark on, it never will resonate, because it's the knowledge and the wisdom within your soul. And when the time is right, that craft will call you. So please remember, do not force anything. Do not think that you have to know specific things. Or being a spiritual teacher is not something that, well, obviously if you do it as a business, at some point you're going to have to strategize and think about how you're going to deal with your customers. Maybe you're going to have a website, maybe, right? But you cannot really strategize for something that comes from your soul. So you cannot think to yourself, okay, now I'm going to do Reiki because it's a popular thing and I want to have that as well in my portfolio. Maybe my customers ask me about that. If you don't resonate with that, if Reiki is not calling you, if tarot is not calling you, especially when we talk about true divination tools, I always say this to you guys, if tarot is not calling you as an awakened channel to use it as a tool, you can only collect negative karma for using it, right? So make sure it is your craft that calls you. Don't search for it, just like in life, just like with everything, right? It finds you when the time is right, in divine timing. You cannot change it, you cannot modify it, but I promise you, you will embrace it and you will love it, because it is always something that ties into the remembrance and the wisdom and the knowledge of your soul. So it will just feel natural. It will feel like you've always been doing that. It will feel like that second skin. You won't even need courses and trainings. And right, I always say to you guys, it's always good, again, to, in the beginning of your journey, to have a mentor to help you to deal with these things, to do some courses and some trainings, get some books, and get excited. But all these things, they only serve to activate what you already have within.